Now, Action News at 4 with Ann Martin and Beverly Burke.
How would you like to have some extra money in your pocket every month? Well, get ready for some important information to save you a few bucks simply by cutting your utility bills. The story's next.
Chances are that you haven't thought too much about using your heater these days. Well, it's been 90 degrees, but you probably used it a lot when it was colder, and no doubt you've seen your heating bills skyrocket. As Fight Back reporter David Horowitz shows us tonight, there is something that you can do about it.
I visited with Les and Becky Seligman, who have lived in this Claremont home for over 15 years. They are now making it energy efficient after they learned that almost all the heated or cooled air leaks out. What kind of bills are you getting?
For the last 2 months, our gas bill was $335, and the last 2 months, our electric bill was $202.
What is it like to live in a house that isn't energy efficient?
Well, we're paying outrageous costs for heating and cooling, and we're still cold in the winter and hot in the summer.
An energy efficiency company tested how much of the energy loss the Seligmans have with this machine. It sucks the air out with a high-powered fan so that an expert can determine what needs to be caulked, weather-stripped, or insulated to prevent the loss of energy.
Here you have your everyday furnace closet. We treat these as if they're outside doors. As you can see, it's leaking really bad.
For about $4,000, an energy audit showed the house can be tightened up enough to save 50% a year on their utility bills. Another way to cut down on air conditioning costs is to use solar screens like this, which will cut out 70% of the heat. Among the things that need to be done, ground-up paper insulation is being pumped into the walls through drilled holes, then plastered over. The cost of all this is being added to their home loan refi under the FHA Pilot Energy Efficient Mortgage Program. The Energy Efficient Mortgage and Super Weatherization Program will also provide more money, more jobs in the state, and will help keep the air cleaner because people will cut down on their energy use. David Horowitz, Channel 2 Action News.
By the way, David says it's easy to find out how much energy is being wasted at your home. All you have to do is call the local gas or electric company and ask them for an energy audit. Bob.
The #1 primetime news hour in Los Angeles. Award-winning Hal Fishman, Jan Caro, Larry McCormick, Stu Mahan with sports. Channel 5 News at 10.
In tonight's Consumer Trends Report, we take a look at a federal program that can help you refinance your mortgage and make your home more energy efficient all at the same time. Willa Sandmeyer has the details.
Estimated general idea of cost.
Bill and Lorraine Stromberg are in the process of refinancing their mortgage, but they also plan to get a more energy-efficient home in the process. They're participating in a federal program that allows the cost of such energy improvements to be tacked on to their home loan, then paid out over the life of the mortgage. First, their home must undergo an energy audit. This is done by state-certified technicians. Using smoke pencils, they find air leaks around the window. Other areas carefully examined include the attic and the heating system itself.
On a windy day, you've got 9,900 cubic feet of air being heated or cooled 18 times an hour. So that thing's working full time.
The recommendations for this home: add better insulation in the attic and make other changes that could save the Strombergs up to $500 a year in energy bills.
Insulate your walls, weather strip your doors and windows, and go around and check all the areas of leakage, do caulking around baseboards, and reduce your leakage by about 50%.
Under this program, up to 5% of the appraised value of a home can be spent on energy improvements. All lenders are now being required to tell home buyers and those refinancing this program is available to them. Willa Sandmeyer, Channel 5, News at 10.
Welcome back to Money Tonight. home buyers looking for fall bargains are going to be in for a big surprise.
That's because they'll find higher than expected mortgage rates. The national average for a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage rose nearly 1/10 of a point this week to 8.89%. That's the 5th consecutive weekly rise and the highest rate since April of 1992. And for many of us, home heating bills are about to head sky high. But don't just pay. There may be something you can do about it. Our real estate correspondent, Bob Pisani, heats it up for us here.
Indeed. Winter is coming on, Janice, and households across America will soon be getting hit with wallet-soaking utility bills. But any home can become energy efficient and money-saving. Here's how to do it. Hillary Bialis says she's fed up with high energy bills on her California home. Her gas and electric bills come to $110 a month, so she's having an energy audit done on her house.
Well, I've noticed that the bills are just way too high for the size of the house, so I wanted to see what I could do to lower them down.
To do that, she's brought in a group of energy experts called Cheers, which is going to give her home an energy report card. This giant blower is going to force air into the house and show the investigators just where the leaking is occurring. Using a smoke gun, investigators found significant leakage in the baseboards, electrical outlets, and doorways. At the end of the exam, Hillary's house got its report card.
As you can see from the air leakage, your home is average, and that's not bad, but you have the equivalent of about a 3 to 4 foot hole in your wall of air leakage from air going from the inside or the outside of your home during heating and cooling. And the weatherization program and caulking and weather stripping will close that up so you don't have that problem.
On a scale of 1 to 100, 100 being the most efficient, Hillary's house rated a 67, only fair. Cheers provided her with a list of energy recommendations, including insulating her attic, water heater, walls, and ceiling cavities, along with other recommendations. Total cost, $3,000. Her annual savings would be $975, so the repairs would pay themselves back in 3 years.
Well, gosh, that sounds like an awful lot of money.
To help her out, Hillary is going to apply for an energy-efficient mortgage. It's part of a new program sponsored by the Federal Housing Administration in 6 states. It will allow her to fold the cost of her energy improvements into her mortgage. What does an energy-efficient home look like? Well, here's one only a few miles away from Hillary. It has solar screen windows that prevents 70% of the sun's glare and heat from getting into the house. This whole house fan cools the house and attic for 2 cents an hour. Add extensive insulation and compact fluorescent light bulbs that use 1/5 the energy of regular bulbs, and you have a house that is the same size as Hillary's that uses half the energy. Now, energy-efficient mortgages are only available in 5 states, not 6. Those 5 are Alaska, Arkansas, California, Vermont, and Virginia. Now, the program is sponsored by the Federal Housing Administration in the Department of Housing and Urban Development. And if you want more information, you can call them 202-708-2700. That's 202-708-2700. Excellent idea.
In Alaska and Vermont, too.
Where could you go for an energy audit? It makes a lot of sense.
Well, that's one of the problems. You can't really go nationwide for it. There's no national 800 number you can call, but the most important thing to do is probably call your local power company. A lot of these energy audits are being sponsored by local power companies, so whoever gets your energy bill, your electric bill, or your gas bill, give them a call, and it's most likely they'll be able to tell you where you can get one.
Good advice. Thanks
They're
very
all
much.
over the country now.
Okay.